The minimum wage should be a livable wage. That's the notion I want to talk about today. If you work 40 hours a week at any job, you should be able to afford food, housing, utilities, all the bare necessities. Now, the biggest argument I hear against this is that the original intent of the minimum wage was not to be a livable wage. That it was supposed to be for teenagers working part-time during the summer, for people just getting started in the workforce. I have two issues with this argument. First, I've never seen a source for that. I've never seen a source saying that the original intent of the minimum wage was not to be lived off of. The second issue I have with that is that even if that is true, that the original intent was not for the minimum wage to be a livable wage, society can change. The first federal minimum wage was passed in 1938. There were people who didn't have rights back in 1938. There were people who supposedly had rights, but those rights weren't enforced. And isn't society so much better now that everybody has all these rights? Well, equally, society would be so much better if people could get by on what they make doing their job. The craziest thing to me was when I worked retail, and most of the people I worked with were on food stamps. They were on SNAP, I think they call it now. I mean, the old expression used to be, if you don't work, you don't eat, and if you work, you eat. Well, nowadays it's, if you work, you can't afford to eat. Make that make sense to me. So let me know in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm completely off base? Either way, I always love to hear from you.